Hi.
I'm Nellie. How are you?
I'm Jane. Thank you.
Well, welcome. Glad you came out today.
Thank you.
Before we get started and really working on your goal and your swing, there's a couple of questions I need to ask.
Okay.
First off, are there any physical conditions or injuries that I need to be aware of, as in surgeries or breaks?
No, nothing. Nothing yet.
Good. So your ankles, knees, hips, back, neck, wrists, shoulders, everything's good.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I wish I could do
I
that.
know.
Well, wonderful. Tell me a little bit about yourself. What do you like to do when you're not playing golf?
I play tennis.
You're a tennis player. How long have you been playing?
I've been playing tennis about 35 years.
35. Awesome. And no injuries through that?
No, not really.
Awesome. Wonderful. Tell me, how long have you been playing golf?
I took it up about 2 years ago.
2 years.
Took
Okay.
lessons through the summer.
Okay.
And then just periodically go out and play 9 holes. I'm really into this year. I'm going to get with it again.
Good. You said you took lessons. Were they from a professional?
Yes.
Through the
Yes.
golf course that you work at?
Uh,
Or that you play at, I'm sorry.
Well, it was actually at the University of Memphis.
University of
Yeah,
Memphis.
coach.
Wonderful.
During the summer.
Good.
Coach.
And you felt like you got a lot out of it?
Yes.
Ah, wonderful. What I'd like to do is take a look at your clubs.
Okay.
If you can give me a little brief rundown on it. They look fairly new.
Well, I bought them when I started 2 years ago.
Wonderful. 2 years ago. Okay. Can you tell me if they were personally fitted for you?
So, no. they were
Okay.
not.
So they were basically off the rack?
Yes.
Wonderful. Were you able to hit them before you actually purchased them?
I'm trying to remember whether we did or not. We brought them as a group. We all kind of bought the same,
Okay.
same sets.
Okay.
So, probably not.
Good. So was this a set that was recommended to you by a professional?
Yes.
Okay, good,
Yes.
good. Wonderful. Okay. As we get ready to work on your goal, I would like for you to do some stretching. Do you typically stretch before you go out and hit golf balls?
Yes, I do a little bit of swinging. That's
Okay,
about it.
all right. So if you don't mind, if you can copy what I do, these are important stretches that you need to do. If anything hurts, please stop,
Okay.
okay? So outside of golf, your goal, or you particularly enjoy playing tennis?
Yes.
35 years?
Yeah.
Wow. Singles or couples?
Doubles.
Doubles, okay, wonderful. And none of this hurts?
No.
So when you go out and you said you practice, you typically just kind of swing a little bit, you don't necessarily stretch like this?
No, I haven't.
I highly recommend it. Just like in tennis, you typically stretch,
Okay.
right? So
Okay.
golf is no different.
Okay.
You must do it,
Okay.
okay? So what I would also recommend too is let's set your club down here. We want to go ahead and just do a cross as such, just a little exercise. And what it basically does is it neutralizes your brain so that one side of the brain doesn't work any harder than the other side. Okay, and it only takes a couple of seconds. Okay, so what I'd like for you to do as I step away, I'm going to ask you to just take a couple of quick swings
With or without?
without the ball, and just make a couple of quick swings. Good. Good. Okay. How'd that feel?
Fine.
Pretty good? Okay. So, I notice you have the driver. What is your goal today with your driver?
To try to hit it straight down the fairway.
Straight down the fairway. Can you tell me typically what your ball does as you hit it?
Usually I don't get much height on my balls. And they'll tend to go straight, but usually very low.
Okay. So we're not trying to get it to go any further. You typically already hit it straight, so possibly get some more elevation in it, maybe?
Okay.
I'm asking.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that'd be
Okay.
great.
Good. Okay, so what I'd like for you to do is whenever you're ready, I would like for you just to take a couple of hits, and I would like to see what your ball does.
So actually hit the...
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
Very good.
Okay, that's okay.
Another couple?
Yes, please. And what I'm going to do is, what I'm actually doing is I'm going to be looking at your swing from several different angles to see what we can do to possibly help. Okay? And a couple of more for me, please. Okay. Can you tell me on that particular ball, is that typically how you hit it?
I think I came up on it.
Okay. And a couple more for me, please. Okay. And one more.
Okay. Worse
Okay.
and worse.
So again, if you can tell me what your goal is again today.
Now it's to make contact with the ball.
Okay.
And get a...
And by making solid contact with it, what do you want the ball to do?
Well, I'd like it to go straight, come up a little bit.
Okay, all right. So there's a couple of things that I've noticed that we could possibly do for you to help you get the ball up in the air more. I think once you get it up in the air more, your balls do go straight, but with a little help, maybe get it up in the air.
Okay, great.
Okay. If you can go ahead and hold the club again. Okay. So if you would consider kind of loosen your grip. You see how there's little notches here?
Mm-hmm.
So if you'll put your one thumb there, and then your other thumb on top of it. Okay. Now, right now, if I can grab these alignment sticks, go ahead and imagine there's a ball on that tee. So this is the center of your feet. Okay? Would you agree the center of your feet?
Yeah.
Okay. So we need to get the ball up into the air a little bit more, right? So consider moving both feet more to your right-hand side. Okay. Now the ball is should be on the heel of your left foot. Okay. All right. Which is good. Now just take this right foot or left toe out a little bit. Turn it. There you go. Now you see how the ball has moved up in your stance.
Okay.
What that does is allow you to, as you swing the club, and I'll do it here for you with the tee there, as the club comes down, this is where it would meet if it were in the center of your feet, which is where it was when you were taking those practice swings. So now that the ball's off the heel of your left foot, the club is coming up, which then makes contact with the ball, which lifts it up in the air.
Okay.
Okay? So if you would like to come on this side, best thing to do for me, I have found, is I hold the club as if I'm going to swing it.
Okay.
Okay? I set my left heel down on the ground, and I turn out the toe just a hair,
Okay.
and that way all I have to do is move my right foot,
Okay.
and the ball stays where it needs to be. Again, as I bring the club down, here's where it would be in the center of my stance. But now the club's starting to come up, which hits the ball off the tee and lifts it up in the air.
Good.
Okay? And I will give you an example of what that looks like. Again, I hold the club with one hand, with both hands as if I'm going to swing it. Step into it with the ball on the heel of my left foot, toe sticking out just a hair. Move my right foot. And get it up in the air.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. That looks good.
Willing to give it a shot?
Okay.
All right. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and tee this up for you. Okay, so hold the club in your hand. Very good. Set the club behind. Now, you shouldn't set your feet until you set the club first.
Okay.
Yes,
Got
ma'am.
it.
Now you can set your feet.
Okay.
Now let's just take your right foot and move it out a little bit. There you go.
Okay.
I need you to relax
Okay.
and make your swing. Okay? Can you tell me where on the face you felt you made contact with the ball?
Probably at too high.
Too high on it? Okay. All right.
Or too low where that's why it didn't hit.
Okay. So if you were playing tennis, where would you have hit on the racket? Where would you have hit the ball?
Where would I try to hit the center of the
Correct.
center of the
But
racket.
if you were to hit that ball with a tennis racket, where on the face of that racket would you felt you had made contact with the ball?
On the lower end.
Okay, good. That tells me a lot. Okay. So now hold the club with both hands. Set the club behind the ball.
Same speed as your.
Okay. All right. Now you see this little spot here on the top of the club? That's what should be pointing to the ball.
Okay.
Now just move up just a hair. Yeah, that's probably a little too much. Okay. Good. All right. You ready to take a swing?
Okay.
Okay.
Still low.
Nice and straight, but still a little low, right?
So we're coming up.
Okay. Yeah, all you're doing is you're just not coming up with it like this, lifting it up in the air. Okay. I'll set this one up for you again. All right. Actually, here's what I'd like to do. To start with you, I'm going to take this ball off. Imagine there's a ball on there.
Okay.
Okay? Go ahead and take the club back as if you're going to swing. Good. Bring it down slow. Make contact with it and then come up. Yeah, don't be in a big rush to swing it like a circle, like there's a circle here.
Okay.
Okay? If you lay your tennis racket on its side, you notice the shape of the head itself.
Right.
So we want to kind of hit the ball and then come up.
Okay.
Okay? So in tennis, and it's been quite a few years since I've played tennis, you want to hit a lob shot, you swing down and then come up. Imagine that.
Good scenario.
Okay? And let me get out of your way.
Okay. Ball, foot.
What do you think?
A little better.
Oh, I'm tickled pink.
Good. Good. Yeah, that felt good. Those were good.
You felt yourself
scenarios.
come up as if like you're gonna swing, like you're gonna make a big lob
Right,
shot, just
right.
right over the net, right?
Very good. Very good.
Okay. All right, let's try it one more time. Okay.
Well, yeah, but so I come back.
Okay. Imagine there's a ball on there. Okay. This time I want you to swing and hit that tee.
Okay.
Okay. What do you think?
Feels better.
It feels better? Okay. Now, when you first came to me, how low would you think the ball was traveling
It was
prior
very
to
low.
this? About the height of a net?
Yeah. About that.
Okay. And realistically, how high would you feel comfortable with it going and knowing that you get a good shot?
How high? Not up in the air or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
I mean, you
so it's
can-
good loft. So it has a good loft.
Okay. All right. So let's try it one more time. Okay. What do you think?
Well, it's better. At least it's going straight.
Okay.
But it's getting better, and I just
Good.
need to concentrate on staying down.
Okay. Okay.
Like you said.
So if you were to hit 10 balls, realistically, how many do you feel that you can get the loft that you want for your goal today, and it would be successful?
If I could hit half of them. I would-
Okay,
that would
5
be
out of
good.
10?
Yeah.
Okay, realistically? I agree with you, especially if this is something you've not done before.
No.
Okay, so,
It's a different stance a little bit.
okay. Would you agree that the stance has helped you a little bit?
Well, I think so.
Okay. Okay, so now what I'd like you to do is just step away and give me your club. All right. Kind of shake it off a little bit. And I want you to step into it and do it one more time.
That first.
Okay, so you hit the ball with two hands, right? So you should set the club down using two hands to make sure you have the right distance. Okay, good. Good. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate that?
I'd take that. Yeah, an 8 probably.
All right. Okay, so that's one,
Yeah,
right?
that's one.
I've got two more balls
Okay.
in my hand.
Okay.
Of the 3 balls that you're gonna hit, one you've already hit and it was on an 8 on the scale for you. How many more of these do you feel you can do the same thing, realistically?
Another one. One.
Okay. Give you one more. I'm gonna stand out of the way.
That was good.
That was good?
Yay.
I'm about to jump up and down
Okay,
with
I am
excitement.
too.
Okay, so we got one more.
Feels
So
good.
you've already reached your goal. Would you agree?
Right.
Okay, so this is what we call back home Nanya.
Okay.
This is extra. All right?
We're gonna do it.
Okay, so what I'd like you to do is step back, kind of shake it off, right?
Okay.
And set up to it again.
Hands on the club first.
Good.
Whoops. Grounder.
That was a grounder,
That was
all right?
okay. I can feel myself doing this.
Okay.
I think.
Okay.
Instead of staying down.
Okay, so you set a goal that you would hit 2 out of 3.
And I did.
You did reach your goal.
That's good.
Happy with it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
All right.
By achieving your goal today, what are you wanting to do that this is going to help improve your game in the future? I mean, you mentioned earlier that you weren't interested in doing competition.
No.
It was just more for
Pleasure.
pleasure.
Just for pleasure.
But by achieving your goal today, would you feel that this would achieve your goal of reaching that?
Yes, I think so. I
Do
think
you,
so.
okay. Do you feel that you will be able to get better?
Yes, I would hope so, yes. And that's
Okay.
one of the reasons I'm playing golf, is I think I can get better.
Okay. Do you typically, when you play golf, do you keep score?
I tried to yell,
Okay.
unless it's going really bad.
Okay. By achieving your goal today, do you feel that it would decrease your score?
But, no,
By getting the ball up in the air
Oh, yes,
and getting it
yes,
going,
yes.
it's going to lower your score.
correct.
By achieving that, you're going to play better. Do you typically play 9 or 18 holes?
9 usually, sometimes.
Okay.
Occasionally we'll play another 9.
Okay.
occasionally.
So on average, would you mind telling me what your score is now?
Oh, I haven't played this year, but,
Okay.
you know, usually, I really can't even remember. It was not, I parred a couple, and then I would, have a hole where I could blow up.
Okay.
You know, it was just kind of inconsistent, not,
Okay.
not great, but
Okay.
when I can keep score, I feel it's good.
Okay. So we've achieved your goal today.
Yes.
What I'd like to do is just like a little review on some tips that I gave you that would help you.
Okay.
Okay. Actually, I'd like for you, if you don't mind, you tell me what you did today.
Sure. Okay, I changed my grip a little bit. And I'm glad you showed me these places to look for and get my thumbs, that was new. And then to put my club with the arrow pointing at the ball next, that's my next step. And then I'll line up my left foot with my heel lined up with the ball. And
Good.
get my toe out just a little bit.
Okay.
And then step out with my right foot.
Okay. The reason why, and I think I failed to mention this to you, by bringing your toe out a little bit, that's going to help you with your balance as you bring the club through so that you're facing toward your target easier. Because if you keep your foot straight, as you come through, you're going to probably twist something. And we don't, I mean, you're 0 for 100 in breaks or injuries, and I don't want to be the cause for it. So just turning that toe out a little bit will help you with your
Is
balance.
that about the right or is
Yes,
that too
ma'am.
much? Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Okay, and then what
And
else?
then I swing and come down and then up.
Good, good. All right. I also want to mention, you want to widen your stance a little bit,
Widen it.
so that gives your hips a chance to make that turn. Okay?
Is that about right?
Yes, ma'am. Just a little bit wider than your shoulders.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't want it too wide.
Okay.
Okay? So I got you to step back a little bit and take your mind off of the actual swing itself, and you got to tell me what it is that you learned today. So again, I'd like for you to try it again.
Okay.
Oh, dude.
Okay,
Okay. I like that.
on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best?
Yeah, that's pretty good. 9, 10.
Yeah? All right.
Good.
Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do this little deal again where I ask you out of how much, let's say you hit one. Again, we have total 5 balls, realistic goal of this, 5 balls, in which you already hit 1. Excellent.
Okay.
Tell me realistically again how many you think you can hit with the goal of
Oh, hit with loft. Okay.
getting the
3.
ball up in the air? Okay, so 3 out of 5.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, let's give it a shot. Okay,
That's low again.
little low.
That was one of
So,
mine.
okay, do you kind of have an idea of what it is you may have done?
I think obviously it was off. I didn't get it on the center.
Okay, good,
Correct?
good. So imagine that racket, you
Yeah.
know, and what you want what the tennis ball to do, right?
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, what do you think?
That's not really real good, but it's okay.
Okay, on a scale of 1 to
That
10.
was probably a 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And again, do you feel that we're getting the ball up in the air more?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. Just have to practice and be a little consistent with this.
Sure. I want you to imagine, just imagine you making that lob
Okay.
and what that feels like. Okay? So we got 2 balls left.
Good.
Not
Hit
good.
the top of it.
Okay.
Did I hit the top?
Yes, ma'am. So, what do you think about when you stand over the ball?
Well, just trying. I need to slow down.
Okay.
So, trying to make contact.
Okay. Are you thinking about that?
Yeah.
Okay. Murphy's Law is the more you think about something, and it's most times negative, you're going to do it.
Okay.
So I want you to think behind the ball of what you need to do and make it a positive. Swing it like you're swinging a racket for a lob shot. Okay? It's always positive. If you think of something negative, stay down on it, or don't hit the top, you're gonna hit the top. Okay? So clear your mind.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Okay?
Well, I'm still off.
Okay. Where on the club face do you think you made contact?
I think probably on the inside. Is
It-
that right? No, on the outside, because it's out.
Okay.
Is that right?
So on the club face, you think out here? Okay. All right. Go ahead and set up two again. Good. Good. Now, one last bit of advice. Exhale before you swing the club.
Okay.
The natural tendency is we want to kill it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So we have a death grip on it, right?
Yeah.
Our shoulders lift. Everything in our body tightens up. Just by exhaling, you'll be able to see in your peripheral vision your shoulders drop.
Okay.
Okay? When you make contact with the ball with your shoulders drop, you're hitting it where you set up. But if you're tense and everything's rising up like this, you don't hit the ball like this, correct? So you hit it with your shoulders relaxed. So exhale before you bring the club back. It just relaxes everything in your body. Okay?
Okay. That was good.
That was good again?
Yeah.
We're back on the right track?
Liked it.
Would you agree that helped?
Yes, it did.
All right, good.
Yes.
Okay, so tell me, how often would you start using this in your practice routine?
I'll do it every time.
Every time?
Sure.
Wonderful.
Sure. Yeah.
Because it's proven to help,
Sure.
correct?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So your goal now, in a realistic goal, when you start playing on a regular basis with your friends, tell me what your goal would be with your driver to get the ball up in the air. Are you looking every single time, or maybe once every other hit?
Well, I'd like to do it every time.
Wonderful.
Right.
What are you willing to do it every single
I've got to
time?
practice.
Practice, practice, practice. Okay. Did we reach your goal today?
Yes, you did.
All right.
Yes, thank you.
And if
Good
there's
tips.
anything else I can do, please feel free to let me know.
Okay,
All right?
thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.